Welcome back to Two Crows Frightening Frauen. I'm your host, Tyler Holmes. I'm coming on here to bring some breaking news that one of my patrons actually sent to me today. That is absolutely fascinating and on par with what we do here. Before we dive into that, I just want to bring up a newer podcast that I've been listening to called Fast Food Horror. They're bite-sized episodes that are told in story format about terror, horror, odd things that happen, and it's right up my alley. A lot of them are told in like a detective-type format. The creator has asked me if I would like to do some voice acting for some of the stories on their podcast, and I am so excited to say that I told him yes. So I will let you know when those projects come out. Now let's dive into this insane, real, true story that just broke. As I am recording this, more is coming out about this event, so I may have more to add than I even had to begin with. And I kind of jumped in here as soon as I saw it without even writing a script, so bear with me as this is going to be a little different. According to independent.co.uk, alleged non-human alien corpses have been displayed to Mexican politicians at the country's Congress. The two small alleged alien corpses retrieved from Cusco, Peru, were presented in windowed boxes in Mexico City on Wednesday, stirring excitement within the UFO conspiracy theorist community. The event was spearheaded by journalist and ufologist Jamie Maussan, who testified under oath that the mummified specimens are not part of our terrestrial evolution, with almost a third of their DNA remaining unknown, reported Mexican media. The claims by the self-claimed ufologist have not been proven, and Mr. Maussan has previously been associated with claims of discoveries that have later been debunked. Don't worry, guys, I will look those up as well to find out what went on with those and if they were really debunked or if they're hidden. At the public hearing, Mr. Maussan showed U.S. officials and members of the Mexican government several videos of UFOs and unidentified anomalous phenomena before unveiling the alleged alien corpses. He said, "These specimens are not part of our terrestrial evolution. These aren't beings that were found after the UFO wreckage. They were found in diatom algae mines and were later fossilized." You guys, these things look wild. And also, it is known now through other media sources that governments did know about these for a long time. It's not new to them in this conference, maybe to some of the people, but not to the governments. Also, let me know if the sound is doing anything weird. It doesn't sound weird in my speakers, but it looks weird on what I'm recording on. So the little sound waves are looking extra wavy, and I don't understand why. All right, back to the article. Mr. Maussan told attendees the specimens had been studied by scientists at the Autonomous National University of Mexico, UNAM, who were able to draw DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating after comparisons were made to the DNA samples. It was found in those samples that over 30% of the species' DNA was unknown, he said. X-rays of the specimens were also shown during the hearing, and let me tell you, those pictures are wild too, and I will post those, with experts testifying under oath that one of the bodies is seen to have eggs inside, while both specimens seem to have implants made of very rare metals such as osmium. Osmium? Ryan Graves, Americans for Safe Aerospace executive director and former U.S. Navy pilot, was in attendance, having earlier this year told U.S. Congress of the threats that unidentified aerial phenomena poses to the U.S. national security. Mr. Mousen has previously been associated with claims of alien discoveries that have later been debunked, including 5 mummies found in Peru in 2017 that were later shown to be human children. So looking over, it doesn't appear that he knew that they were human children. They were deformed. So I just looked up more about those mummies that were debunked, and they were found to have 3 fingers, these children. So they were smaller in stature, they had different anatomy, and were very old mummies, but they were found to have human DNA and were believed to be children. So it's not like he was trying to cause any sort of harm or anything like that. They look like freaking aliens. And that's not me trying to be rude to the dead. I hope when I die that people think I'm an alien too. Or heck, if I just die in a way that makes the news, that's funny. That would be entertaining, I guess. Or in a way that I'll be on a podcast, but not yet. Please, not yet. So the conference was in Spanish, and I did listen to it, and I understand a lot more Spanish than I can speak, but these scientific words and different things, I don't know what they are, and they talk so darn fast. So I'm relying on interpretation for this conference, and it happened today. So there isn't a lot yet out. It's still coming out as I am recording this, and I'm going to look up some more right now. So with the bodies, before that he showed UFOs, and afterwards he showed different things like cave paintings that look very much like the bodies that were shown. The UFO footage was also approved by the Mexican government before being shown, so that's also very fascinating. But yeah, so this is going to be a shorter episode because I don't have a lot on this yet. It is very fascinating. It just came out like a couple hours ago, and as more arises, I will add to my next episodes what I find out. So I'm excited about the possibility of these aliens. Yes, the mummies are like thousands of years old. It's not something new that they just discovered from an aircraft or something like that. They were found in a cave of moss or algae. So yeah, this is very fascinating. I will keep you posted. And if you hear of anything else, feel free to email me too.